That's right. Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Blue Dragon 5.
And Joker's Wild.
And tonight we are taking a look at the Cruella trailer and coming up with some, oh boy, hot off the presses. There's some hot takes. Hot takes in the room. Everybody, get your hot takes. Piping hot takes. All right. Oh boy, I'm trying a thing. Can you guys tell? Anyways.
You're doing I could never tell. No.
You never try things.
Well, Disney is also a company that tries things, and hey, they're trying to do a punk rock version of Cruella de Vil that is also kind of Joker-esque. So, not you, Jokers.
It's just like me.
It'd be great if this Cruella was literally just like very Joker's Wild-esque.
Yeah.
Pink Pearl, I want hot cakes.
Same.
Hey there, Pink Pearl. I want hot cakes all the time. I love hot cakes.
Anyways, till morning.
It said 12:45 on my end. Oh shit! My bad, Claude. I'm sorry. That was a.
Oh.
Well, you startled the lad. I hope you're happy.
Yeah. That was a That was a
poor boy,
scheduling snafu on my end, Claude. My bad. My bad. All right. Cruella. Basically, they turned Cruella into Harley Quinn, and you're not wrong, gentlemen. Let's go round table. Joker, I want to start with your piping hot opinions on this thing.
I wouldn't call it piping hot. I kind of liked it. I thought it was it's a cooled on the windowsill take. I thought it was pretty cool. I was surprised by how much I liked it.
Uh-huh.
I do get where you're coming from about the Joker thing, but I feel like it's different enough, and I think if they really lean into the 70s aesthetic, I think it'll be really cool.
Dragon, how you feeling about it?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you. Obviously, the trust within the Disney live action remakes, just the live action films based on the iconic properties. Obviously, the trust is broken after many attempts and failures over the years. So I'm trepidatious with these live action films, but I got to tell you, I thought the trailer was solid. And it's, again, the admire too, 101 Dalmatians, not quite the egregious remake. I mean, especially just kind of the way we're approaching it here with Cruella. So, I mean, worst case scenario, it's not the most egregious one they could have remade. So it was kind of a safety net there. I thought Emma Stone was really impressive, just the glimpse that we got here. And it was kind of this idea, seeing Cruella as kind of rise to prominence through presumably the fashion world, which seems like an interesting idea. I mean, again, I'm not saying I'm not out of my mind I gotta see this tomorrow or anything, but it's you know what, it could have been a lot worse. And it's pretty solid, I thought.
Yeah, I quite liked what I saw. I thought it was an interesting take. Honestly, I feel like within the Disney fandom, much like pretty much anything else, I feel like if you don't just despise it, then that's the hot take unto itself, honestly. Within some circles, it depends on who you talk to. But, yeah, I liked it. I really do think that it kind of leans into the book a little bit, to tell you the truth, because with the book we're getting a lot more elements like Hell Hall and her sort of rise in the social scene and everything like that. So I'm intrigued about it from that direction, because the book was kind of like this this kind of almost film noir style, sort of just dime store weird detective sort of thing with this crazy villain at the center of it. Ooh, I like what Claude's throwing out about Jamie Foxx's live action Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, that could be fun.
I like that.
Plus, we know Jamie Foxx can sing too, so that would work.
Are you ready?
Right.
Honestly, I would just do Keith David as
I think
Dr.
he's too
Facilier.
short. I think he's too stocky and too old, honestly, at this point.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But still awesome, though.
Oh, no, I love Keith David. Yeah.
No, you're right. Okay. So, Dragon, I want to make one distinction. You said with the live action remakes, you know it, I'm going to call you out on, sir. This is not a remake. This
Well,
is
yeah,
it's a prequel slash reimagining,
yeah.
and you know what? That kind of puts it in the same territory as something like a Mary Poppins Returns or a Christopher Robin, and I'm down for those types of movies. I think those
Well, those are more
movies.
sequels, Tiki, both of them. So it's not really the same
This is
thing.
more like Maleficent.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's unfortunately it's kind of in the Maleficent vein, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's sort of in that. I mean, I'm just saying every time we're adapting the source material in some way. In this case, we have more free range, and hopefully it'll be a better Maleficent. You know?
All right. Well, at the very least, I feel like right off the bat, like with Maleficent, I kind of got the tone from the get go with their ad campaign that it wasn't going to be like, that the whole goal of that movie was like Maleficent isn't so bad after all, kids. And with this, it's like, no, Cruella's a crazy bitch, and you're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that about the trailer.
I mean, I love it. See, assuming they stick to this, just basically what the trailer's putting out. I think universally, I think everyone's kind of hoping for this and just hoping that the trailer's just going to stick. The movie's going to stick to this. Is that it's going to be really hard. There's like no redemption for Cruella really because she's trying to turn puppies into a coat. She's trying to kill like 101 puppies.
But it's for the sake of fashion.
Yeah, for the sake of fashion, which that's what I'm saying. It's
redeeming.
like psychotic. That's. That's what I'm saying. I love that we're not. It seems like if they play it smart, there's no way we can redeem this character. We're not insane. There's no way we can make that work. If anything, we'll make you understand. Like, okay, so she is fully committed to. Like, we see why she's obsessed with the fashion world. Now you get it, but it doesn't excuse what she does.
I can't wait for the scene where puppies kill her family. I'm waiting for it.
Right. But I'm sorry. I forgot to mention this in the opening because it seems we were all trying to get a little bit of the whole Joker comparisons in there. So a lot of people point out there's a similarity in this, at least tone-wise, to the Joker trailers. It's kind of the Joker movie, it would seem. I got to tell you, in retrospect,
society, Dragon.
We do.
Don't put. No, I knew he's going for the society, bro. Just you bringing that. Anyway. Yeah, I got to tell you, when you really look at it in hindsight, I guess it was somewhat inevitable, given the villain title, given the fact that it's we're full on Disney villain, one of these kind of embodiments of evil types. As we're kind of going through the catalog of all kind of the villain led films here, and of course Joker was popular, and look at again now I'm going to put in the society thing too, I guess. If you look at society these days. There is an attraction to evil. It's sort of like an attraction to evil effect that we kind of have going on with a lot of things. And one of the reasons Joker, kind of got its foot in the door in the first place is that, there's always been a fascination with the villains, and therefore we put them in the spotlight. This question is, can we stick the landing? Which, it's evocative of that, and I think it worked for Joker. Maybe it'll work for this. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So really quick, Claude's throwing out. Let's see. The next, who do you guys think after Cruella DeVille? What other female Disney villains could you see getting a movie in the future?
Yeah,
He's thrown out Yzma and Ursula.
As much as I want Yzma, I don't think we're going to be lucky enough to get that. I think Ursula, out of those two, is probably the one to. Probably the one because again we've seen like there's some exploration there, but I mean I'm not I want to see, but I mean Yzma would be more interesting and fun. But how do you replace her with the kid?
Assistant Mayor Bellwether movie, baby.
Yeah, live action.
Yes,
it's just Animal Farm.
Had we not botched it before, a part of me would like to see the Captain Hook movie, but I think it's too far gone at this point. I don't think we're gonna be able to make that work now.
What about a Jessica Rabbit movie? That would never fly nowadays, but that would be amazing if they tried.
Well, she's not come on. She is not a full-on villain. Judge Doom, though. Now that would be a movie.
I know she's not a full-on villain. I'm just saying in terms of like an interesting kind of like female anti-hero in the Disney.
I think that she's too flat a character.
I don't know. I think you could do. Yeah, she's not.
Okay,
flat.
I mean,
she's just
her
strong.
only. Don't you dare. Okay. And so your only character trait is her breasts. So there's
Oh,
only so
God.
much you can do with that.
I mean, if we're talking female villain, I mean, I don't think this would probably have a lot of story legs, but Mother Gothel, right? Or wait, is it Gothel?
Yeah, it's Gotham.
Okay, yeah, Mother Gothel. I mean, she's Lady Lady Tremaine. Now there's a movie
Lady
for you.
Tremaine.
Yes.
That's the one I would throw out.
That's
Yeah,
the better
they could make
one.
it like a.
Yeah.
What I picture from a Lady Tremaine movie is basically Dickens.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see.
Anyways.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, obviously, I mean, I already kind of got the Evil Queen thing within Once Upon a Time. That's as perfect as you're going to get that we got in that series. So we don't need that as a movie. So yeah, sounds about right.
All right, maybe Dalmatians just hate Cruella even before she wanted to turn them into fur coats. Or maybe the Dalmatians killed her family, like Joker's is saying.
Straight up, yeah, those Dalmatians broke into her home.
No. Okay, I'm going to frame it in the 70s here. Okay,
Guns
okay,
cocked.
let me frame it all 70s like here. Okay, it's Clockwork Orange. Somebody sicked Dalmatians on her family.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Set to a jaunty musical number.
One of the Dalmatians beat her mother to death with a penis ceramic.
Well, I wouldn't go that far with it, but whatever helps, sure.
Hey, you're the one that brought Clockwork Orange.
To be fair,
it's a movie from the 70s.
He's just using the source material.
I'm following the rules of improv. We're bouncing off each other.
Oh God. Oh man, Clockwork Orange. That was me watching that for the first time not too long after I had just started smoking weed. Yeah, that was a fun night. That was a fun night.
Next Disney remake, am I right?
Oh, Pink Pearl points out that
it's called Alex.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Wow.
Anyway, Pink Pearl in the comments points out that Gothel had a storyline in the Rapunzel Tangled TV show, which I have yet to watch. It looks good. It's right now I'm in the trenches with the Muppets right now, so I haven't gotten
Same.
But, it's good to hear that. Good to hear that. I'm surprised they're going to develop her more because she's kind of dead, but I mean maybe it's flashback or something. That sounds interesting.
All right, so I guess let's just dive right into the trailer, boys. Let's just go shot by shot.
Norgay.
And hopefully I don't lag or anything. All right. So this is Emma Stone at the start of the movie, and hold on, let me try to get full screen here. Oh, and I was hoping it wouldn't lag, and it's lagging. Okay, sorry.
There we
go. Beautiful start. All right.
Anywho.
So, first of all, I'm really glad that I pointed this out pre-show, but I'm really glad that London Calling isn't playing in this opening right here, because that's just the most... What?
To make a serious point about the music, though, I love that in playing Who's Sorry Now, I love that just the instrumental sounds a little bit like Cruella de Vil, if you listen to it. I thought it was a really clever subversion, because I'm thinking it's going to be oh, they're going to do the Cruella de Vil, so I'm like, no, it's even better, man. It's awesome.
I thought they were doing Only You until they started singing.
A little bit of, there's a lot of Only You in there, too, yeah.
All right, but what do we think about Emma Stone at the start of the movie? I know she's not Cruella yet. I know that's a big kind of like, I'm the
right
Joker.
Now she's Estella.
Estella, right. Thank you. So what do you think of this? Just the fact that she's kind of like, it looks like she's kind of entering the fashion, if I'm kind of just like, deferring to the trailer and sort of speculating here, looks like she's kind of entering the fashion world and kind of like diving into the deep end of it without much preparation. And maybe the first act is going to be kind of like them spitting her out and chewing her up and spitting her back out. And then so like throughout the second and third act, it's going to be all about kind of like building that Cruella brand and kind of like going after the ones who shunned her. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting if I were to, just kind of do an overall prediction here with this arc.
The impression I got... I'm sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, I think that's exactly what it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here to support. I'm here to uplift.
Yeah, it definitely it looks like we're framing Cruella as kind of this aspiring fashion artist who's going to have a bone to pick with presumably her idol or mentor, which is the Baroness von Hellman. And here's the thing, I don't know why. Maybe I don't know if it's just like fashion of the '70s or if it's my impression is she's dressed like a maid right now, working at said mansion, working at at the complex of the Baroness, and also the thing with the alcohol there. It might be a deep cut reference. I mean, let me put it this way: if it's a reference, it's wrong, but it might be a reference to the book. Where, if I recall, Cruella had like this thing where she was drinking ink, right?
I don't know. I know in the book that she's a hard drinker and a hard smoker, and we saw a little bit of that in the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Ink,
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a thing where she got expelled from school or something, and how she knew kind of the I believe I want to say they changed the names for the movie, but in the book it was like whatever Davis or something is what the Dalmatian couple's names were, and that's how she knew her in like school, and then she got expelled for like drinking ink or something. Something that happened to her because of drinking ink, which I don't know. I know it's like an old timey thing or what. Like, why would she drink ink? That's what I don't know. Like, is it like, I guess there was like more alcohol content in
Drinking,
ink back
I'm
then,
not that
maybe.
familiar with the book, buddy. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I can tell you that Hell Hall is a very important fixture of the book, even more so than the movie. So I'm very excited that we are going here. By the way, if one of you wants to keep an eye on the comments too, in case we have anything come up, because
Right.
I've got myself in full screen mode. Just throwing
They're
that
just
out.
talking about Disney villains right now.
And Claudia points out Cruella drinking alcohol in a modern Disney movie! Exclamation point! Is in like, hey, they're doing this now, man.
Yeah.
I like it. I approve. It's a bold choice.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It looks like I think she's going to try hitching her star to kind of like her mentor here, and maybe like to get her start, she's like she's working within the mansion, and then as she's going to try to strike on her own, it's not going to go well, and she's going to come back with a vengeance in kind of the big unveiling scene.
Mhm.
Yeah, Emma Stone. I mean, I think she captures the charm of Cruella really well, just based on the trailer. I
I
think she's
am.
great.
I've always been an Emma Stone fan, and I think this is, to tell you the truth, kind of dream casting right here. I legitimately don't know if you could have casted this character much better in this kind of like, especially with the punk rock aesthetic and the kind of like being a prequel and everything. I'm stoked for Emma Stone in this movie. I mean, it's it's not going to win her an Oscar or anything like that, but I do think she's acting her heart out in this thing. I do think that she's definitely going to be chewing some scenery.
Yeah. The way she's playing it, it seems like this film has a good chance of succeeding where Maleficent failed, and that we're not trying to soften her at all, but you're going to get the motive, and that she's just so.
Right.
Yeah.
Which absolutely, that is where Maleficent failed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I get just from her performance and just from what the little that we see here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Love this, by the way,
Mm.
just aesthetically.
A little bit of red in there, nice. Yeah.
Okay, here, this is like one of the only shots we see of Paul Walter Hauser, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, we get
right?
we get two other shots of him, but this is
Uh-huh.
here's what I'm wondering. I wonder if I'm a betting man, I'm going to say Cruella's hired these guys and they're coming in as pest control, and they're basically there
Oh,
for the
I'm sure
whole like.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Otherwise, it might be how they meet. Those are like the only two things I could see is perhaps like they kind of meet each other at this shindig, perhaps.
All right. So yeah, they're pulling up. I wonder if they're going to be Horace and Jasper, or if they have like new names.
No, they are Horace and Jasper.
Oh, they are Horace and
That's what they're
Jasper.
billed and credited as, like Horace and
Okay, cool,
Jasper. So
cool.
they are supposed
Okay,
to be
that's
like
good. That's good.
yeah,
I'm glad.
like Horace. Horace is. I think Horace is the thin. Wait, is Horace the thin one or is Jasper?
I think Jasper is the thin one.
Yeah,
I
right.
could be wrong.
I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. Okay, well, all right.
All right, so Cruella is about to go into the deep seated underbelly of the fashion world, guarded by
There
they
the
are.
dreaded Dalmatians that killed her parents.
Yeah.
Come
there
on,
they
guy.
are
Why do
waiting.
we have to?
Because why else would she do There's no
Because
motivation.
she didn't get
otherwise.
the big PC fur is bad memo. That's why.
I mean,
That's
look at those evil dogs, Dragon. They
Yeah.
were just puppies when they did the deed, and now
They
they're
can
just
sense
now they're
evil.
ready to strike.
They've got
They
murder.
can
They've
think
got
she's
murder in their
evil.
eyes.
She's bad on the horizon.
I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of dark, but one of them does have a knife. Like it's there.
Anyway, so
Oh,
Pink
God.
Pearl confirmed that Jasper is the thin one. Yeah. Jasper,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Thank you, Pink Pearl.
But yeah, so this is the big, Mark Strong. I forget if he either works for the Baroness or he's married to the Baroness. I don't know what his thing is going to be.
Can I just point out, like, Mark Strong is like the most Mark Strong that Mark Strong has ever looked. Like, this is like when I close my eyes and think of Mark Strong, this is exactly what I think of.
So basically,
How-
Mark Strong in a tuxedo. That's your imagination.
Yeah, pretty much,
Mark
yeah.
That's what guides
Not
Tiki
even like
up to.
Shazam Mark Strong, just Mark Strong.
No, just this exact version of Mark Strong. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, to get a fun fact in there. So Emma Thompson is in this movie as the Baroness. Now, the director and the writer on this film, Craig Gillespie, is directing this. He did I, Tonya.
Oh yeah, right. I keep
Hence the
forgetting
Paul
about
Walter
that,
Hauser.
but that makes every time I think about that, it makes me like 10 times more excited for this.
And the Emma Thompson of it all, so the co-writer on this, one of the writers on this, was a co-writer on Saving Mr. Banks, Kelly Marcel.
Nice. Jokers,
Oh, yeah.
did you ever see I, Tonya?
I saw most of it like a very long time ago.
I saw it recently, like
Yeah.
maybe a year or two ago, and I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. Scorsese on skates, man. I love it.
It's still on Hulu. I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really liked it.
All right. Okay, so Cruella's about to pull a reverse Elsa. This is what I just want you guys to soak in this moment, just really quick. This is what the Frozen 2 villain should have been. All right.
Can I?
Let's not just
right
go
here.
crazy with the fire.
Can I just
thing.
say that I fucking hate this? This is such a trope.
What's
Like,
the trope? How is this a trope?
No,
It's a trope. I agree. I'm
Set
siding with
yourself on
Jokers
fire?
here.
That's a trope.
no, it's her
No,
clothes
the
changing
changing
by
one
fire
cost.
to,
Yeah.
to show that she's cool
It's
and she's
Hunger
different
Games. Hunger Games.
and she's a fashionista. I think doesn't
Well, her whole
Maleficent
thing
do
is that she's
too?
a fashionista. That's
There's
her
other ways to
thing.
do that than fire.
Oh my god.
Like,
Her
You don't
whole
need to have-
thing, literally, through the whole, she's Cruella DeVille. She's always trying to kill
I
people with
understand that, but
fashion.
there's different ways to do that. You don't have to have her dress like flame into a different
She's
dress.
trying
like
to
a
make a
fucking
mark
Human
on the
Torch.
fashion world. She's trying to impress the fancy
There's
big
other
guys
ways
in
to
the
make a mark
mask.
in the fashion world, like killing Dalmatians. That's coming up at the end.
She's got a build to it.
Oh boy. Jokers, this is why I had you on. Thank you. You delivered.
I do my best.
You earned your non-existent paycheck.
Speaking
Oh.
of Dalmatian,
Thank you.
Claudie here says Cruella always wanted a Dalmatian as a kid, but her parents never got her one.
Yeah, so we're.
I've heard Dalmatians are hard to train.
I've
Really?
heard that they can be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any
that's what I've
credence to them
heard.
actually being the preferred pet of the firefighter, or is that just all Hollywood bunk?
I have
I don't
no
know.
idea.
Wonder
It
if
might
that-
be because you can see them more easily in a fire
Really?
because they're white and black. They're spotted. That's
I
the
guess,
opposite
but
of
like
fire.
a lot of smoke and fire. Then it isn't really going to matter what color they are.
Yeah, they're all black in the end, but you know, I mean,
Yeah, they're gonna be soot. It's gonna be like that scene, 101 Dalmatians. It's gonna be covered in soot for a bit. Who's gonna tell? What's the difference? How does it matter?
Oh god.
well, I think in ideal circumstances, when the dogs are burning to death, you can see them in the fire. Pretty
Who
okay.
says to burn it? I'm just saying there's a lot of smoke in the air. Soot, ash, stuff.
All right.
They gotta set them on fire.
Oh god.
Oh, they have very good noses and are naturally inclined to speed and seeking. They're good as firehouse fogs.
Tiki?
What?
Hey Tiki,
Yo.
why's the banner not red?
Oh my god!
Well, you know what? It's too late now. I'm
I
sorry.
know. Yep, just want to get that in there. Sorry.
It's Cruella DeVille orange. It's perfect.
Right, because that matches.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like she unveils a big red dress or anything.
But the fire was orange in that shot.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's more yellow.
That's like the big money shot that everyone's talking about, except me and Jokers, apparently.
People are calling that the money shot?
It's not like
Yeah.
the text was read on the
Really?
video or anything.
Yes, they
These
are.
people are sitting there and they're like, wow, you didn't have me until that fire dress scene. I
Okay,
didn't
so
believe
here-
she was a proper fashionista until she set herself on fire to change her dress.
Okay, anyway, a few things to unpack here because we're getting silly. One, well, again, here's Horace and Jasper here in the car. It looks like so. Again, they're making kind of a getaway here as she's stolen the iconic. I think she's stolen the iconic car from the Baroness or someone at this party. It would seem.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they're working in the reckless driving angle because that was a big fixture of her character from the movie. So
Yeah,
great
I love
job
seeing
there.
that car in live action. It's amazing. Great. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what kind of draws me into the
She's
movie. This idea. Well, not okay. Less of that, but I
seriously,
love
if you look at this freeze frame and I told you it was from Batman Begins, you would probably believe me.
Yeah,
no,
it's Batman Year
How
One.
the heck would I believe this is not bats? Come on.
It's
Okay,
Year One.
not you specifically, Dragon, because I know that I know that you know every frame of Batman Begins. All right, I'm sure you do. But like, just a random person, just like, hey, it's a bunch of bats in a weird mansion. It's Batman Begins.
Anyway, what I really like about that's kind of selling me on the movie is this idea of, okay, so this is her like working her web and getting revenge on the people that shunned her in the industry as she's making herself a known entity. It's like she's unleashing. What's the enemy of the fashion world? Moths. It's going to eat up all the clothing. That's a great idea. It's fun. It's it's her kind of.
I know they're mauves. For the record, I did know they were mauves. I'm just being silly with the bat thing. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be that stupid. I mean, they're little moths. How can they be bats?
This I actually think I would wager to say that this is the money shot right here for me.
That's a great shot, yeah.
I think it looks beautiful. Yeah. And just Stone's. I love how like Stone kind of in this shot she has kind of like a look of both determination and like she's been through shit.
I really hope there's like a color theory thing on this movie where like the whole we justify
it
the
looks
black
like
and the
there's
white.
definitely going to be like based on this. It looks like the black and white is the black, white, red thing is going to be pretty prominent.
Yeah,
and Tanya used color really well as well. So
it did.
All right.
Oh, we got some comments here. Hold on. Again, Pink Pearl. In regards to the Dalmatians, so Dalmatians do have really good noses, and they're good at seeking people out of the trapped houses. Again, so apparently Dalmatians are really good for firefighters. That's
I can buy it. I can buy it.
Yeah, okay, that's good to hear. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Look at the Dalmatians. It's not just like a media thing. Okay, so it is real. Okay, Claudie says, imagine if Glenn Close gets a cameo in the movie. A lot of people were hoping that Glenn Close was going to be the Baroness character, and she's not. How do you guys feel about that?
Oh man, honestly, if Glenn Close shows up in this movie, it's just gonna be just another like, hey, multiverse. Not necessarily a multiverse per se, but just like everything's connected.
Like a cutesy passing the torch sort of thing.
I wouldn't be into it, honestly. I would just kind of roll my eyes.
Do you remember Glenn Close
had
Emma's
movie?
Glenn Close had like a writer in her contract for that Dalmatians movie. You know what it was?
What?
She got to keep all the clothes.
Oh, really?
Wow, got to keep all of Cruella's, fun. Like, she would only do the movie, she'd keep all of the Cruella DeVille outfits. So she has all those. Nice. At least, I don't know if she still has them, but hopefully she still has them.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay, next up.
Oh, I love that shot too, of like Horace and Jasper's kind of coming in like the thieves in the night, coming down the rope and everything. Like they seem like a crack team more than they do in Dalmatians.
Do we think that Anita is going to be in this at all? Because that is honestly from the original movie, and this is just me kind of throwing out some really baseless speculation here. From the original movie, the most intriguing thing about Cruella to me was that she represented how we could legitimately have evil people in our lives that we just don't know the dark side of.
That was an interesting element of that movie. The fact that that was her in for the whole movie. Why the heck were we letting the villain in our house? Oh, she was old friends with the good lady in the
College
house.
friend, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I hear.
Here's where we're really getting into the '70s punk aesthetic right here.
Oh yeah, this is where a lot of people are drawing the Joker comparisons to, like the whole the ending of Joker. Yeah, making a mark, literally.
Oh,
You know,
there
with
they
the
go.
Anita
There
thing.
they go. There they go, Jokers. They're out to get her. They're out for round 2.
Oh, they're coming. You see, for the trailers, they digitally remove the guns from their mouths.
Hey, Tiki, what's the
Spoilers.
complex called again?
Hell Hall.
And you know what that makes these guys?
Hellhounds.
Yes.
Oh,
All right, but
I'm telling you, the Dalmatians are going to be the villains of this movie.
I'm sure they're going to be a powerful symbol in this movie if it's done right.
Oh.
Speaking of which, I love the idea of potentially Anita being like the end of Red Dragon, where like we build up Clarice Starling, but we don't see her. Like, I mean, I'd like her to be in the movie, but assuming they just don't have her in the movie, it would be nice to at least get her in that way. Like we set up, like, okay, folks, you know exactly where the story goes from here, but hey, we've set up like, oh, Anita, and oh, what do you have, Dalmatians? How nice! After we've had this whole build up of like her relationship with the Dalmatians in the movie, that'd be kind of neat.
So I just want to point something out that it's like I think it's something stupid that a lot of people have been reacting to in terms of this trailer, in terms of the Joker comparison in particular, is this shot where it's like, oh look, she's blowing up a building, she's a domestic terrorist. I'm like, folks, it's Hell Hall that's on fire. Like, for all we know, this is like someone trying to burn her fucking mansion down because of stuff that she's done. Like, we don't know the context of this, because we did see Hell Hall on fire, but we don't know if she did it or not, so I would calm down on the domestic terrorism thing. I mean, I understand that it looks that way, but I'm just saying, like, from a context point of view, that's the one thing where I feel like people are going a little too far with the Joker comparisons. I get it in terms of tone. I just, like, I've heard people say, like, oh, like, Cruella DeVille would never do this. And I'm like, well, we don't know if Cruella DeVille does burn down a building, and I mean, frankly, someone who kills puppies for fashion probably can do a lot of other sick shit.
And then, to be fair, we keep lighting these Disney sets on fire in these live action movies. You go to Dumbo,
That's very true.
we burn down Dreamland, symbolic. We just we keep doing. Keep setting these things on fire. These are expensive sets, guys. Come on, we have like Man's Fire from Jungle Book. Why do we keep setting everything on fire?
It saves time for strike.
And that's it. Beautiful logo, by the way. Beautiful logo. All right. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
I think it looks good. I'm excited. I'm interested.
I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I think it could work. I mean, compared to, it's a low bar. It's a tremendously low bar, but that in mind, I mean, again, look, it's not exactly the movie we're clamoring for, but if we're going to get something, it might as well be this,
Yeah, I think I'm the most positive out of the three of you, especially just because of the director. I think the director, like you said, Drag, if they use stuff like the colors and the symbolism with the Dalmatians, which I think the director really easily could pull into, I think this could be, I don't want to say like something extraordinary or anything like that, but it could easily be the best live action Disney movie in years.
I'm just Tiki looking at the evidence. It has a great shot, and again, as you said, the director, phenomenal. Loved his work on I, Tonya. It's just that we've been burned literally with all the fire talk. We've been burned so many times by these live action movies. I'm trepidatious, but I mean, it looks like it could work. We've said that many other times before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's it for this evening. Thank you all for joining us. Pink Pearl and Claude, you both are awesome. Hope you guys are doing well. And we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Cruella.
Those Dalmatians are coming, folks. They're coming. They'll get you in your sleep.
Get you